Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Open Some Toys Live. My name is Larry. This is Larry's Geeky World, and it's been a week, man. Let me tell you, been doing a lot of stuff. You see, been opening up some new legions or newish legions for me. Uh, you can see some in the background, like Koi and Baron Goldar. I think that's his name. I just opened them up last night. Plus, we got my gladiators and all that stuff. So let's take a look at the chat. What's up, John? How's it going, brother? How you doing tonight? And you see, I've actually set everything up a little differently since they just added some new feature to where I can stream both vertically and regular. So if you're watching on your phones, it's now optimized for that. Even though I don't plan on switching to other cameras, so it's the first time trying this. I didn't set it up last week. It was already up for that. But, excuse me. Been a long day. I'm full. Went to Texas Roadhouse for a lunch. Still excited that you're back. Yeah, I saw that post, man. That's cool. It's cool. Well, he got that in today, or he just arrived. Me got the newest wave of Thundercats Ultimates, Wave 12, which is Cruncher, which is one of Hammerhand's crew, Safari Joe with his robot pal Mule, and Nada. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. You think I would know this? I watched Thundercats so much. I shouldn't know how to pronounce these. So I saw the inner frame for the MG Bartos. So this is improved compared to. Nice. That's good to see. I mean, I haven't messed with a high grade in a good long while. I'm sure all the high grade model kits have improved compared to how they were when I was building them over 20 years ago. Can I say my username, please? Can I say you're Rick Winters 2677? How's it going? Rick, what is up? Welcome to the channel, the show. That was a nice jump. You did. I just read it wrong. I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been reading stuff incorrectly, even at work this past week. It's been a weird week. But anyway, welcome. Yeah, welcome, Rick. How's everything going? We are here. Let me click on that. What is up, Rick? All right. Anyone else new? Say hi. What's up, Trip? Yep. Trip Blocks, YouTube. Wow, this is probably the most I've had in the chat in a while. But welcome. This little channel. All I do is every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, I try to open up some action figures if we do. Last week, we really didn't open up anything. We just kind of reflected on our first Legions Con, me and my girlfriend, Chaos. And, oh, man. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that too, Rick. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've only been doing this for a little bit. This is episode 25. We reached 25 lives. Well, 25 of this, what I consider this show. 25 episodes. I did have one live stream prior. The first one I ever did, opening up the giant cat slayer. And I kind of like doing this because, one, I can take my time a little bit, and I can kind of really go over what I'm seeing. And I prefer that instead of trying to do these kind of normal videos where I have to edit and really kind of go through. And as fun as that is, it takes a lot of time. And this is just simpler, you know. Still trying to learn all the editing software and whatnot. So again, thanks. Welcome everyone to the show. My name is Larry. If you're all new here, and if you like what I do here, I have shorts that I've done a while back. I plan on getting back to those at some point, where I just do little quick openings, no speaking really, just me posing, playing around with action figures, usually about 15 to 30 seconds long. But I've been really getting into doing these live stream shows. They're whenever I get something new in, I open it. And this week just happens to be Wave 12 Thundercats Ultimates. I had these obviously pre-ordered from Super 7 when it went up over a year ago. So, and unfortunately, I left my pocket knife in the other room. So, go figure. So who should we start off with? We got Safari Joe. We got Nada, right? It's Nada. And we also got the big boy here, Cruncher. Who do you all think we should open up first? Let me know in the chat. Of course, this one also we got the super pack because I did order it from the whole way from Super 7, so extra heads. Usually when they have the super packs are this, like the heads I'll get. If it's not like it's the bags or stuff for like the wave with the Burble. I don't think. No, I think I did get that one with the super pack. I can't remember. But like this newer, the last wave or something that went up, I think I kind of nixed on that and said, no, I didn't want that. Maybe not the newest wave, because that one's still up. But that's not a pre-order. That's a purchase or not really. I don't know what they were calling it. Pre-sale. So I'm seeing Cruncher from Johnny here. Anyone else second Cruncher, third Cruncher? Anyone for Safari Joe and Mule? All right. So I guess I'll give you all a second. If not, we'll go ahead and we'll start opening up. Yeah, let's start with the big boy here. Let's start with Cruncher. This is one of Hammerhand's crew. We had him for a while. He was like in wave. Oh, what wave was he in? Dude, I don't remember. Was he wave 4, 5? I think. I know wave 6 was the LJN wave. So I can't remember now. There's been so many waves of these guys. Here we go. Oh, let's go over the box. I keep forgetting. I haven't done this in a while, but here's the box. Here's the back of Cruncher. I'm trying to make sure the people on the phones can read the bio if they want to read the bio for Cruncher here. So yeah, really pretty artwork. They always got some really nice artwork for these guys. Inside, it's like the old LJN. They take a lot of homages on that. Here's the bottom, in case you need to see that. Owned by Warner Brothers, licensed by Warner Brothers, or from Warner Brothers. Yeah, my God. I ate way too much at Texas Roadhouse today. Oh my God. Oh. Me and my girlfriend had that for lunch. We were out doing some errands before her trip. She's got to go out of town. So we got to go do some extra running. Okay, so here we got on the bottom tray, you have a bunch of extra hands. You got a pointer hand and some kind of openy, kind of gripping hands. Yeah, we got one pointing hand, kind of one. I don't know. It's interesting. Those are different types of hands, and they're really chunky, really big. And there's not really a lot for this guy. Just 2 extra pairs of hands, so a total of 3 pairs of hands. He has fist already on him in the box. He has these 2 little money sacks up in here. I'm going to try and make this guy quick. And 1 extra head, all mean-like, but he's got 1 really kind of neutral head. I think I'll end up posing him with the really mean one on the part. At least that's what I believe I'll do anyway. I don't know, I'm going to change my mind. I have to reorganize all my displays. We've been trying to plan some stuff and moving stuff around the house for the last several weeks since we got back from, a couple weeks since we got back from Legion's Con. And already kind of pre-plan next year's trip. Alright, come on, guy. Let's see if I can't get him out. Sorry for all the plastic noise. There we go. All right, so here's our chunky boy, Cruncher. He's got some decent sculpt. You can do it, yeah. Well, obviously by the time they came up, I already had him out of the package. So here's Cruncher out of the box. Here he got. He's got some nice painted detail. The eyes look pretty decent, you know, nicely painted. Really even. Head is on, looks like a double ball joint. Double, like a barbell. You can kind of see in there. You might be able to pop it off. I don't know how easy it's going to be. I might have to heat it up first. There, nope. Yep. Double ball. But unfortunately, I just got paint rub from the back of his hair on his, well, back. But you're not going to see it because his hair does cover it quite a bit for the most part. Articulation-wise, he's got obviously a decent, you know, let's see, pulls back pretty far. Forward, not so much. I mean, you can get a little bit more into it, but it's really tight on the front. So you can get about that far. A lot tighter there. I wish I had a ratchet. Arms goes full T. Get your rotation. Also rotation at the bicep, which is pretty tight. You got a hinge. Is there a swivel at the hinge? Typically, there's a swivel at the hinge. Not, doesn't seem like it. I think it's hindered by the elbow. So no hinge, at least not on this one anyway. Of course, the hand is on a peg. This are for horizontal hinges, right? They pop off like that. Nice and chunky pegs, which I like. He's actually kind of light for a guy so big, surprisingly. There's a lot of little soft rubbery pieces up here on the shoulders. Really pliable. Same with the trunks here. He does have a bit of wiggle, like a little bit of a ball joint, but he also moves left to right on here. Legs, got decent ratchet. Only goes about that far, so not a full Van Damme. There does not seem, nope, there is. There technically not a thigh cut, but it looks like there should be some articulation to turn the legs. Yeah. Kind of like a thigh swivel, but there's no cut, so it's actually all inside of here. Single jointed knee, but it has this nice little knee pad. It's actually floating, little rubbery. It kind of hides the joint, but it's only single jointed, but it also kind of hinders. So that's as far back as that knee is going to go. You get about maybe 2 bits on there. This bit over here over his ankle is also a nice rubbery plastic. There is a bit of an ankle rocker, but the feet don't move out. There it goes. It does have a little bit of a tilt. At least it felt like it, or that was just the knee. I think that was just the knee. I see a hinge in there, but I may have to heat it up because it does not seem to want to move all that well. At least not on that foot. This right foot, moving around pretty well. Like I said, he's pretty light comparative to some of the big other figures. I believe Snowman on Hook Mountain was quite quite heavier, and he's a big guy too. So I'm actually kind of surprised he's so light. So I don't know what other plastic they're using, or I mean, he did have a lot more stuff on him, so but he's got some nice shadowing on him, so it's very subtle, very cartoon accurate. But like I said, he does have one extra head. See if I can't get him to stand here. I do not have the other camo set up. The last time it died on me before I even got to use it. But here's his other head. With that mean, snarling face. It's going to be nice. So let's actually go ahead and pop that off. And pop on the other head. There we go. And there he is, Cruncher. Now, like I said, he doesn't have any weapons or anything, but he doesn't need any because he is like the big brute bouncer guy or Hammerhead. Yeah, I got his foot to move now. Now he'll stand a bit better. And I don't have any of the other Ultimates out here to really compare. All my pretty much all my Ultimates except for the Zords into the other room. But again, that's pretty much. He doesn't have a whole lot. He got a bunch of couple extra little money sacks. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna pull those out of the tray yet. And the hands, again, they're all the same type of hinge. So obviously these ones here at the bottom you use to grab the bad guys. What do you say? I want to grab one. You want a cruncher? Okay. I'm sure they're up. They may be in stock on Big Bad Toy Store, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're not in stock yet because usually Super 7 does ship them out first. So.
Typo, I was asking if you wanted to grab one.
No, I do not. Thank you. You're covered in hot glue. My girlfriend's in there making Christmas wreaths. So anyway, let's see what we got here. Let's open up. Well, so that was Cruncher. I'm going to try to go through these really quick tonight. I don't have anything really planned. I just had a cup of coffee not too long ago, so I feel like I'm a little hyper. And this has no sugar. So we're going to go ahead and open up Nada, right? Are we in agreement that's how it's pronounced? Because I was told just do it, say it with confidence. Because like a lot of Mythic Legions, I cannot get those names right at all. I'm like looking at it like, how in the world am I supposed to say this? Okay, so here we Joey has the one tray, so everything's right here. And some things are similar to what Willa has. I want to say the quiver is the same mold. Mr. Ryan Clark, what's going on, brother? How's it going, man? First time I've seen you pop in on the live stream. It's good to see you, man. I am so hopped up on caffeine. It's not even funny today. But yeah, she seems to have a lot of the same stuff that Willa has. I think it's the same bow, but I haven't taken out the bow in forever. It's all put away in baggies in the container. A lot of the same hands. And if you saw my earlier post not too long ago, I actually added a cord to the bow on my AWOC Feraless Ranger. Because if you don't know anything about AWOCs, their bows don't have. Drink some water. I know. I need to drink some water. I got my sugar-free cherry Dr. Pepper. Well, we just came back from Target, not even maybe an hour or so ago. So And that's where we got the Starbucks right on the way out. And I probably shouldn't have, because I always have to tell myself, I shouldn't be drinking coffee this late. And like I said, I'm full from Texas Roadhouse from earlier in the day. So. But I'm happy to see you joining in, man. It's great to see you. Okay, see if I can't get her out of this package. She's not twist tied, unfortunately. She's got those little bits I gotta cut off. My cruncher. Luckily, it seems to only be around her waist. And I'm always afraid to try to pop her out. But her bow, and that's a really taut elastic string on that. A lot tauter than the one I'm using. I have a cord similar to this that I was thinking about putting on that AWOC one, but I wanted one a little thinner that I could actually get that little bit on that arrow onto. Because the cord this thick, it doesn't really work for. But that's cool, man. You could probably really shoot something out. Poke somebody's eye out. Okay, let's see if I can't get her out of this box. Let's see what. And again, I apologize for any loud plastic noises. There we go. And here we have Nada out of the box. Which I'm glad I got her in because I have a plan for some kind of photo I want to work on later on this weekend. Hopefully have it posted late Sunday if I'm lucky. I've been having this plan for a while because I got some really cool tips from other toy photographers like Mr. Ryan Clark and Yimbo, one of the toy daddies. He had posted a cool video about framing. So I haven't set it all up yet. I have a plan. It's in my mind. I don't know how well it's gonna go. But see, I almost thought this was a rubber band around her waist. It's actually I think it was supposed to be around her, isn't it? I don't remember her having some kind of weird waistband. But I thought it was like a rubber band all twisted around her, but it's actually part of the sculpt. So that's kind of odd. I just don't remember her having anything like that around her waist. But she's got like one little fur boot cuff thing here, one little gauntlet, nice little loose kind of beaded bracelet. Head is also on a double ball joint. She only looks down about that far. Neck's at a kind of a interesting angle. Doesn't look up all that far because her hair is impeding that. But she gets some decent tilt. Really decent tilt. Again, T-pose. Full T-pose. You got the upper torso ball peg. But there is there? This lower half does not seem to move. I don't know if I need to heat it up. But it does seem like it's glued with her skirting piece here. It is a softer plastic. Legs only go about that far up. Of course, you get full rotation on the arm. See, I'm just going all over the place. Elbows, single jointed, swivel. Swivel obviously at the peg here with on the fists that are on here are the horizontal hinges. And of course, her right elbow is wanting to be locked, so I'm going to heat that up because I don't want to snap that. There is no bicep swivel on the females, just the elbow. You got the single jointed knee, swivel at the knee, ankle rocker, and tilt side to side. So simple, kind of limited, not super high articulated, or super highly articulated, or only, however you want to word, but it's articulated enough. And we already saw her bow. Like I said, I think she comes with the same dagger, same quiver, same bow, I believe, that Willa had. But unfortunately, unlike Willa, she does not have a pouch to store her little dagger in. See if I can get that to focus. There we go. Got a nice silver paint on it. Not as clean as I would like it to be on the one side, but it looks nice on that end. A nice metallic paint nonetheless. She does come with 2 loose arrows that you... It's weird that she has 2 loose arrows, but you can't put it in the quiver. There's no spots to add those into the quiver. Of course, they're taped in here. So she has 2 of these arrows. My face will stop. There we go. Which is decently painted. Nice little silver at the tip. Just plain white there on the for the feathers on the back. But again, nowhere to store the extra arrows because that is just a solid piece molded in there. At least with the Fearless Ranger, he had, it's just an empty quiver. You just put wherever arrows you want. Which he kind of had more than just 3. I don't think you can't really. It's really hard to fit the 3 in it. So I'm not gonna try to take the other arrow out or these hands because I don't want to lose them because they're so small. But there we got our several extra hands. We got the arrow grasping hands for both. And this other type of gesturing hands. Again, she has the fist already in her. 1 gripping hand out. We got 2 gripping, a pair of gripping hands, left and right. Expressive hand, arrow pulling hand, flat hand. Of course, in her other head, which is a nice little smile. Nice little smile on Nada. Oh, focus. Doesn't want to focus. Let's see if I pull it out, maybe it'll focus. Get this thing out of the box. There we go. Let's see. Will it focus? There we are. Oh, come on. You had it. Come on. Help a Larry out. Come on. It does not want to work now. I'm trying to block my own face, and it's like, no. Okay, well, I don't think it's want to focus. It likes me too much. There it is. Somewhat. See, it had it there for a second. But it's very nice paint. I don't know. I think I like this head a lot more, so I'll probably end up popping that on her a little later. But that is Nada. And last figure to open, but not least, we got Safari. You know what? Before I open him again, and I'm so bad about this, I didn't even show her artwork in her bio. Someone's have to remind me to make sure I do that. Nada. All that fun stuff. So if you want to see that or read it, you could pause and read that. Of course, UPC on the bottom, if so inclined. There you go, if you're looking for that item somewhere. But now we have Safari Joe and Mule. Last figure in this somewhat small wave. One of the smallest waves that they've done for Thundercats Ultimates. Here's his picture artwork and bio. So only 1 hero, 2 villains in this wave. Technically 3 if you can't count Mule, but he's with Safari Joe, so that's all in your own perspective. And again, so inclined, there's the UPC and all that. Alrighty, so here we go. He has a second tray, which is where Mule is at. Let's see if I can't get that tape undone. There we go. I think we'll take a look at Mule first. Little steam engine looking robot. It's the only thing in this bottom tray. Yeah. Here we go. We got our Mule. And he's got very limited articulation, does not look up or down. His arms are kind of crossed there, but he just kind of goes up. Just no elbow joints, just like this, and you can kind of cross them like so, like it was in the package. Wheels do not, or treads do not move. None of this moves here. He has just this single joint here in the waist, so he's very limited in his articulation, but still a cool. Oh, and this does move here too. So if you're so inclined to move that up or leave it down, depending how you want him to look. I wish his head did move up and down somewhat, but it only does left and right. But that is Mule, Furry Joe's little sidekick. Why I have this up? And let's see. And of course, he's not twist tied either. He's got that little band you got to snap off. I really hate these bands. I hate it because I left my pocket knife out there. So I have to use other means of attaching this without damaging the figure or scratching the paint, which is seeming to be more and more difficult every day. I swear.
Look at the devil in the shop.
I already got it now.
Where's your knife from the cat season?
I see that. Panthro just ran in here. Panthro. I know I got the bed all covered and stuff. All right.
You want me to grab him?
No, he'll be fine. Okay. Oh, come on now. Snap. There we go. That's some other thing. There we go. Safari Joe also is very limited. He has no extra hands. This is the only hands he has is what's in the package. Probably because they feel like no one's going to want to oppose him without his weapon, I guess. So no hands at all. See if I can't get him out of here. I'll release you from your plastic prison. There we go. All right. So here we have Safari Joe in the plastic flesh. Head again, double ball peg. Good rotation there. Not a lot of tilt. At least there it is. Yeah. Good tilt on both. It looks down decent too. Up good amount. All this top half is one piece. It's got just the ball joint here at the waist. Arms go out fully. T-pose. Full rotation. Nothing hindering. Bicep swivel. Single jointed. And he's locked at the elbow. So I'm going to have to heat that up before I do any. But there is twist at the elbow. His right elbow bends just fine. You got the rotation obviously at the wrist where the joint is at. These hands only have the horizontal hinges, but he has one kind of open hand to hold the barrel of his weapon. And of course, that is his hand to grip it. And that's it. That's all the hands he has. He has nothing else. He does have a pocket or holster for his hunting knife. Decently painted, very animated. There is, if you look closely at the monocle, there is a piece of translucent plastic in there, just like to make a lens. You want to focus, and then you don't want to focus. Make up your mind. Leg articulation, soft plastic around the bottom of his jacket, goes about that far. It doesn't go far at all in the back because the butt right there really hinders that. Single jointed knee, decent ratchet. There is swivel at the knee and a swivel at the boot. Which, why do you need swivel at the knee if you have swivel at the boot? Anyway, we got the foot rocker hinge, but this one's locked. How about this one? This one's got some movement. So again, I have to heat him up quite a bit before I really get into posing him because, like I said, his left elbow is kind of locked at the moment. Other accessories besides Mule, here's his little hunting knife. There it is. A nice little silver paint and kind of a lavender handle. And that will just slot in. If I can get it to. There we go. Slot into his little knife pocket there. The cat Panther just laying over there by the door. Has this really cool hunting like rifle or machine gun, even though it seems to be a little bit warped out of the box. It has a nice little strap, which is decent pliability. I don't know how well that's going to work, but it's kind of just slightly warped on my end. Looks more blue on the camera than it does in my eyes. Looks a darker blue, at least to me. And he has one little blast effect. Yeah, little. It just plugs right into the barrel, like so. And see if you can't get this. I'm afraid I'm going to chip the paint on his hands doing this. But unfortunately, I can't bend his elbow, so he's going to look kind of awkward trying to hold it. So, I mean, he does not hold it well. So when I finally get that unlocked, he'll look better holding that. So there we got Safari Joe with that. And he only has one other accessory, and of course that is his alternate head. Pop out. There we go. Kind of a smirk, maybe sort of laughing. See a little bit of the teeth. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, comparatively speaking, let's see. Eyes are a bit more up, I guess. We'll focus on them both. Doesn't want to focus for me. But that's all that came with Safari Joe. He is very limited on the accessories, which is a surprise because Super 7 is usually known for having a lot of extra hands. So I guess because they felt like no one else is going to use any expressing hands for Safari Joe. So, and maybe they felt they need to spend that extra money on Mule and to say, hey, we'll just give him a blast effect. No one else is really going to use those hands. And they're probably right. I probably wouldn't use any of those other hands either. So, and of course, I don't typically open these super packs, so even though I always feel like I need the extra heads, I just haven't opened them yet. Like none of them, not a one. But we do have this extra head pack. So we have a really happy Safari Joe head, a Mumra in disguise of Nada, right? I'm going to keep questioning myself on how I'm saying that. And a kind of a smirking, excited kind of smirk for Cruncher. Yeah, this is what it says. Mumra reveal head, smirking head, and smiling head. Which pretty much almost makes this whole wave, if you put it on there, as villains if you decide to make Nada. Which means you might want to get another Nada. Or Nada. It's Nada. It has to be Nada. It's the only thing that makes any sense. So if you wanted to have one of her as herself and then one, oh, we've revealed that's not me, get another one so you can use if you have this head pack. So I might have to do that. I don't know. We'll see. But that is really all I have to open. Man, I went through that really quick. Maybe I shouldn't have had that other cup of coffee. Anyhow, I don't have anything under posted up. Anyone want to talk about any kind of other subject going on? Anyone have any ideas? Any questions for me? Anything you want to know about me that I can reveal? I still have a buttload of stuff from Legion's Con I haven't opened. I know a lot of people went and purchased the remaining stock that they put up for this guy on Legion's Con, not Legion, on Four Horsemen's website, because this was also sold at Legion's Con. This was their traveling figure that they sold every time they went to a show. So they put up a bunch of these up. They put a bunch of these up, what, this past weekend? Last weekend, right? And he sold it like in 20 minutes. I was more surprised they didn't show up. Did you see the picture, Ryan? Because Ryan says, what do you still have to open from Legion's Con? Well, I got the Legendary Barbarian, which is one. I still haven't opened up my Wave 2 Legacies of Mythos figures yet. But I did get 2 of the... I only got 1 of each of those. I still have my Scaphoid. I still have the Sir Balagar, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, Sir Balagar. And I still have the Revenant slash Warrior and the Nymph slash Terrell. As I have yet to open these guys. I got 2 of each of these, so I could make 1 of each, even though I will probably get 1 more. I have a second Lexan from AWalk, but I have plans for him, so I don't know. Right now, I've already opened 1 of him, so do I really need to open another one? Oh, you want me to show that? You want me to show the reef? This is what my girlfriend's been working on today.
And burning my fingers with the hot glue.
Making this little reef. This is for DJ, right?
This is for my son DJ.
This is for her son DJ. He's got a little Eevee form on there. She's been working on that since we got back from the store. They still got this head pack, the skeleton head pack. What else? I got. Go ahead. This guy, the Silver Knight 2, that I've also picked up from Legion's Con. Oh, I got a lot. Who wants to know how much I spent just at Legion's Con? I got Romulus. I've been wanting to get a hold of him. I mean, just yesterday I opened up Baron. Damn it, I done forgot how to say his name. I was opening him up and messing with him yesterday. This is one of the figures I picked up from one of the side vendors. But I opened him up yesterday when I got home from work. I've been trying to at least open up a figure a day since we've gotten back. Let's see, what else? Oh, I still got my 2 Cosmic Legion actual figures that I haven't opened as well. That I also got from the 4 Horsemen. What were they calling it? Figure Fair, I think is what they're calling it, right? So I still got these 2 guys I need to open. Plus, I also got the crates, the accessories crate set that came with this wave. And a couple other vampires. Oh, shoot. Oh, I still have my. I know, I got a lot. I still got the Zoo Jitsu figures that I picked up that I have yet to open. I got the Paulo the Puma, and I got this Pounds the I'm sorry, not Puma. It's Paulo the Panther, and then this was the Puma. I'm getting their names mixed up. They're both P's. Pounds the Puma. Because I spent way too much. I have to. Full disclosure, I had a budget of $1,000 to spend at Legion Con just on stuff at the show. Okay. By the end of the show, I probably spent a little over $3,000 in total, and that's on figures. That's on hat that has the Odysseus insignia on it, and the oh, that was weird. Camera kind of went out there for a second. Yeah, I know it's a lot. I mean, I got a good chunk of it. I mean, there's still a whole other lot of stuff. I mean, there's these ones from these 3 figures I got from the guys who are making the Galactic Valor figures from Fox Force Toys. This was their initial toy line. They were selling these guys at the show. I have yet to crack these open. But we got this guy here, which is supposed to be Commander Alder. And then we have the Reaper Division Legionnaire, plus just a gray variant that you can just paint yourself. And it came with like a bunch of little baggies of extra weapons and accessories. Pretty much everything that's already with these guys are the same kind of like really simple type of weapons. I know we bought so much stuff. I mean, if you haven't noticed, my girlfriend also got that that custom mythic demon hunter, the K-pop demon hunter mythic customs that Jess Shelbit made. That was like her first big purchase on day one, and she's finally got that all set up on her shelf, which is great. I also got a bunch of signs and stuff. I got my custom capes. I got my custom cape on my Otho back there, and a custom cape on. I don't remember the Elven Warrior, the guy there with the deer. It's golden, she says. But yeah, so I mean, I got so much stuff. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put them, because if you kind of got to scroll over here, there's this. I did find the 2-pack of shoot, now I don't remember his name. Where's the box? Give me a second. Let me grab that box. I have it sitting over here. Trying not to wrap my cable. I'm getting caught on stuff. Oh. So yeah, I had opened up Attila, Leosaur 2, and Gorgo Aetherblade 2. I was looking for those because I really wanted that armor. I really wanted that whole thing because I'm really loving the army of Leodicius. And you can't really kind of scroll over there. You see them over there by the Thunder tank. And you can see Wild Bill on top of one of the Legion's horses. But yeah, so much stuff. And I didn't do a live unboxing of the Robo Skull, but that is sitting. I did kind of show it off a little bit last week. Oh, but here's this guy, also one I picked up at the show, because like, and I got one of the his tank. I got the his tank technician piloting it. But we did open up that, and this thing's really cool. I really love it. Fair warning: if you get this, be careful with how the wings fold. Do not overdo it, because you will snap it. That should go without saying for a bunch of toy collectors. But that also came with a 4-inch figure. They get my picture off of it. And he's really cool. I love how the helmet's like a mask figure. It actually goes over the head. And the sculpt on this is really cool too. Look at how well that paint is. I'm really impressed with these. And I think the 6-inch guys just came out from their line. The only thing I don't like is the backpack keeps falling off. Doesn't really adhere too well on the back of this. So I just like the fact that you can actually put the helmet on there, which I am already starting to scrape a little bit of the paint a little bit on the back of the head. So you're going to want to put it on or not. And of course, I just put up. I mean, I got the Allosaurus also, but I opened him up the first after we got back to the hotel. So if you haven't watched that live stream, I had some issues with the armor. The figure is fine, but yeah. Yeah, I know. Because here's another thing, right? Because I took off the 4-inch cockpit, right? And it attaches to this bottom cannon piece, which I had taken off. And you use this little kind of effect piece to plug that in so you can have like a little floating thing. But you can put the 6-inch seat on here too if you want it instead, or you place this on here. And that just plugs in. And these, corresponding holes in the main cockpit for this. So all you do is just sit that, and this is where it connects to the bottom of the Robo Skull. You just plug this one there, you just kind of sit there, and you can just put your little 4-inch guy in here. I might pick up some more of the 4-inch guys, but since I think some people are getting the 6-inch figures in, 112 scale figures, I may pick up a couple because I know they have like other sets that have like this actual character's head in like a accessories pack. So I'm really liking these, and I think they'll work. I mean, I've seen pictures; they seem to work really, really well with the classified. And I talked a little bit with the guy from Skeletron, and really cool guys. Um, just really impressed with what they had on display at Legion's Con. So can't wait to get some more of those in. But yeah, I mean, right before I finally opened up Koi, love that figure. I still have to heat him up in some points. Like I just haven't done it. If they have soft goods, I don't want to soak it in water. So it's one of those things. I just have to take the hair dryer through. I mean, I really like the figures from Cyberzoic from the Creative Beast Studio. So far, this is the only set I got. If you did watch my live stream from that Saturday of Legion's Con when I was in the hotel opening it, the instructions for the Dragon Slayer do not match. And I was talking to the guys that Sunday about it. And I said, yeah, the changes to the armor was due to the factory made that decision. So you can kind of follow the instructions, but it doesn't really assemble the same way. There's like a connection point that make any sense. Plus, I was getting confused because there were unfortunately, some of my parts were missing. So I got that squared away. They should be shipping me out the 4 total pieces that were missing from the armor. So it was really helpful. But I really like the figure here. His hip is a bit locked though, like the little thigh swivel piece. Get him out. Kind of how I just have him sit in the box. So this little thigh swivel here is really kind of locked. And I had him soaking in hot water for a bit, but it still doesn't want to really move over in this cut. But other than that, he's really cool, really well painted. A lot of soft plastic on this guy. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place tonight. But yeah. But but the armor fits on him for the most part. It just some of the parts are a little fragile. And if you watched Adam Highly Articulated's review on it, I agree with everything. It's very fragile when you have it in the tank mode. You can't really mess around with it too much. So it's really cool looking. It's a really neat design. I wish it stuck together better. I wish it held its, connected better. And again, I think it was like the first armor set they had that came out, I believe. My girlfriend got the Dilophosaurus figure. She wanted to get the armor, but that was not out yet for him. So that I'm not sure when they said that was supposed to be released. But again, for these 4-inch figures, though, for Grade B, the fact that we got double jointed elbows, I mean, still only single jointed, double jointed knees, single jointed elbows, very similar to Super 7's, Ultimates, where it's bicep swivel, swivel at the elbow, single jointed elbow. The peg is actually on the actual hand, not on the hand, but on the actual wrist. So it's more like a figure arts kind of type of peg. I have yet to take all the other pieces out though. No hinges, obviously, because it's also ball joint. I really love that silver though. Cover my face. There we go. Again, really nicely painted. Unfortunately, his helmet doesn't go on his head. You actually have to pop the head off. It's a separate piece. But yeah, so when I get the other parts, I'll kind of revisit that. I just popped off his little backpack. Got caught on my cable. Little swords that just plug in the little backpack piece here. So dropping stuff be great. But yeah, there we go. I really love the figure. I love the paint on it. I love the kind of metallic blue. But yeah. Oh yeah, there's a couple other vampires. If you had asked. I just knocked over a bunch of stuff. I picked up this guy too from one of the other vendors. So there's one other figure from the figure fair because they had the orc scale vampire. For some odd reason, I was on a vampire kick. I got so many vampire custom heads as well from a bunch of different vendors. I think I got. I'd have to count the. I don't remember how many vampire heads I picked up. Most of them just look like big bad heads with big ears and snarling fangs. But I really wanted this guy to battle out with my dragon guy back there. But I also got those extra wings so I could use on him. They had this outside the figure fair, so like I felt he needed wings too. They go. I know these vampires are sick. I love the like kind of metallic blue and the kind of deep purple, metallic kind of purple that's painted on a lot of this stuff. I mean, I made sure I got the white body orc so I could use that extra vampire head from the heads pack one that I got when I about 2 months before I went to Legion's Con. I think it was 2 months. I have yet to open that pack yet. Here that is. So I plan on putting that when I take the helmet off. I want to use this head on that gladiator body. So, and obviously probably use that her head probably on. Why is that? I can't pronounce her name. I have yet to learn. I buy these guys so fast. I have yet to learn any of these characters' names, except for Otho and Urzok because it's like all over the place when it came out. But yeah, I got so much stuff, and I still have superpower from like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I have yet to open. Just so bad. I have such a stockpile of stuff. But anyhow, I think I'm going to call it a night. It is 9 o'clock. We are about an hour in. Elithia. Right? Am I pronouncing? Did I say that right? Elithia. That was the wave, right? With the one woman in the red armor, or with the maroon with the red eyes. That night, was that what her? I can't remember. Didn't it start with an A? I got her. I have her stuff all packed up, and it's in a drawer because I saved it. I don't keep the boxes. What I do is, let's see if I can find an example. So the little bio cards that are on here with the picture, I will cut that off of this and I'll put it in the one of these little bags. One of these bags here with all the accessories. So I have them all together. So it's kind of labeled. Now the hard part is with the obviously the bigger figures like the orc scale, I actually would have to cut that cardboard off like with a box cutter. It's really easy to cut this off. It's just paper, which I'm still trying to do, and I have yet to do that. But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of pins that I don't think I'm gonna actually open. I don't know. I picked up so many pins at Legion's Con. But if you missed the video where me and my girlfriend Chaos, as she goes by, we were talking. This is the first time she's been on with me. Was last week. Normally you'll see her in the chat, but we talked about her first experience at a con. It was her very first convention, our first Legion's Con in general, but her very first convention. So we, talked a bit about that, how she felt about it, how her experience was, and all this, the cool stuff that we saw and did. Kind of just went reminisce. Kind of showed stuff. Didn't open anything last week. But it was a fun little conversation. I know you're still here. But if you haven't watched that, please check that out. But I'd like to thank everyone for joining me tonight, watching me open up this newest wave of Thundercats Ultimates, Wave 12. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here tonight. Well, thank Ryan Clark for hopping in to chat. It's great to see you pop in, buddy. Trish, as always, I love you. And Johnny for hanging out as usual. And a few newcomers that did pop up in the chat as well. I do appreciate everyone. Hey, what's up, buddy? How's it going? You're about to catch me getting off of here. But it's great to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. And until next Saturday. Yes, next time. Again, I do this at 8 o'clock. But I'll talk to you. I'll send you a message on Instagram. And we'll try to set up something. I'm trying to get on his show on New to Mythics because I can't pronounce shit, and maybe he can help me when it comes to these characters' names. But anyway, I will see you all next Saturday. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Peace out. Where is it? All right, ending stream, guys. Night, guys.